All right. So have you ever worked in a place, where it feels like every little mistake turns into this blame game?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think we've all been there at some point, right? It's not exactly the most inspiring environment.
No, it's not. It's kind of the opposite, actually. That's
Yeah.
why I was so struck by this audio clip we're diving into today. It's called Beacon of Accountability and Inspiration.
Oh, interesting title.
Right. And it really got me thinking about how leadership, true leadership, isn't just about having a fancy title. It's more about, I don't know, a way of being?
Absolutely, yeah.
So in this deep dive, I kind of want to explore that, unpack this whole idea of leadership as a beacon of accountability and inspiration. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Uh-huh.
So to kick things off, this audio clip really emphasizes that leadership isn't about pointing fingers or, finding someone to blame when things go wrong.
Right, right.
Instead, it's about understanding, about creating an environment where people feel safe to take risks,
Mm.
and actually make progress.
Yeah, and what's really interesting is that the excerpt doesn't just say, like, blame is bad,
Yeah.
It goes deeper than that. It argues that blame actually holds us back, prevents us from moving forward as a team or an organization.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Imagine, for instance, a company where every time something goes wrong, the first reaction is to find a scapegoat.
Mm,
Would you ever feel comfortable speaking up with a new idea in that kind of environment?
probably not.
Or trying something innovative? Not likely, right? You'd be too worried about, the potential consequences if it doesn't work out perfectly.
Exactly. You'd be too afraid to take a risk. You're totally right.
Yeah.
And the clip uses this really, really powerful image to illustrate this point, this image of a beacon.
Oh, I'm curious about that.
Right. Because beacons, they don't punish you for going off course. They guide, they inspire, they help you find your way.
That's such a good point. It's a total shift in perspective.
Yep.
Thinking about leadership less as, this authoritarian figure who metes out punishment and more as this guiding light, that helps everyone move forward together.
Absolutely. It's about fostering collaboration, encouraging everyone to take ownership and responsibility for their actions and contributions, instead of just playing the blame game.
And that's where the idea of inspiration comes in. It's not enough to simply avoid blame. You have to actively create an environment where people feel empowered to do their best work.
And feel safe,
Yeah.
right? Like they can be honest and open without fear of retribution.
Exactly. And the excerpt specifically talks about creating a safe haven of trust.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's such a crucial element of effective leadership,
Mhm.
because when people trust each other, when they trust their leaders, they're more likely to take risks, be creative, and contribute their unique talents and perspectives.
It makes sense. I mean, I've definitely been in work environments where it felt like everyone was walking on eggshells,
Oh, yeah.
afraid to make a mistake. It was just stifling.
Absolutely. It kills any sort of creativity or innovation.
Right. But when you have that trust, it's like everyone can breathe and they can
Yeah.
actually focus on doing their best work.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, how do you actually build that kind of trust? It seems kind of, I don't know, intangible.
It definitely is. And it's not something you can just, force or fake. It has to be genuine, right? It starts with, being honest and transparent yourself as a leader,
Yep. Yeah.
admitting your own mistakes, not trying to hide them or shift blame.
That's interesting.
And then it's about being open to feedback, really listening to the concerns of your team,
Right.
and then celebrating successes together, recognizing that achievements are the result of collective effort, not just individual brilliance.
It's like that old saying, a rising tide lifts all boats.
Exactly. And it's also about being willing to be vulnerable, to show that you're human, that you don't have all the answers.
Huh. So it's not about being perfect. It's about being real.
Exactly. And that
Mhm.
kind of authenticity can be incredibly inspiring.
I can see that. And speaking of inspiration, there's this one line at the very end of the clip that really stuck with me. We rise by lifting others.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's like this perfect summary of everything we've been talking about.
Mhm.
It really highlights this whole idea of shared responsibility and collaborative success.
It does, and it brings us to a crucial question for all of us, because leadership isn't just about people with leader in their job title. It's
Ah.
something we can all practice, regardless of our position or role. So how can we each create that environment, that safe haven of trust in our own spheres of influence?
That's a good question.
It might be something as simple as, speaking up when you see someone being unfairly blamed, or taking the time to mentor a colleague,
Oh, yeah.
or even just celebrating someone else's success as if it were your own.
I like that.
These small actions, they might seem insignificant on their own, but they can really contribute to a culture of collective growth and, ultimately inspire those around us.
Yeah, it's like that ripple effect, right? Where even small acts of accountability and inspiration can spread outwards and change the whole dynamic.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up, I want you to think about your own work environment, your team, your projects. Where can you be that beacon? Where can you lift others and, in turn, rise together? It's definitely something worth pondering, something to really think about.
It is, and I think it's a journey we're all on together,
Hmm.
constantly learning and evolving.
Well said.